Hello, I'm Chris Solo, and welcome to the Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and chaos. You are watching the Realms of Ukodor, and you catch us live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific here at twitch.tv/Fabled42. But
Midweek
before we get into tonight's
Mayhem.
show, we're going to dive into our announcements. So, everything that you see that's 3D printed is brought to you by Griffin Co.,
Griffin Co.
including Mooning Santas.
Santa's
We
house.
are Vorpal powered. Our video and audio displays, player indicators, digital dice, zoom features on the battle map are all brought to you by Vorpal Board.
Vorpal Boy.
Please take a look at the link down below for our Discord. This is the best way to join community games, find out what's going on in the world of Realms of Ukodor, Legends of Shao Gal, Vault 42, and all the other shows that we have is by being part of that community. Another big thing to be part of the community, and we're going to come back with a lot of other things. Go ahead and check out that Patreon link. So we've talked about this before. We kind of slowed down a little bit because we're getting towards the holidays. We have all these other shows and things moving on, but we are going to get back into our Patreon drives, and we'll see what that looks like down the line. But for example, we did a pretty big donation drive. The computer that I stream on now has been upgraded because of all of you. All of the other expenses and things that we go through, the player art, the normal monthly expenses to have all the different services and things like podcasts and all that are all brought to you by all of you. So updates on podcasts, we have found a good home for our podcast channels. Every show on Fabled 42 will have its own podcast channel. And we'll have, so you can, if you just want to subscribe to Legends of Shao Gal, you can subscribe to Legends. You won't see Realms or Vault in there, so it'll be nice and clean and neat, and you can keep track of your stuff. But you can just follow all the other ones too. So there's a lot of cool things that will be coming out. We're really, really going to start pushing hard for Patreon and for subs and things in that regard. And we are going to start sending out newsletters to our Twitch subscribers and Patreon uploads for our Patreon subscribers with content. We have a lot of awesome DMs and content creators here at Fable 42. Some people are creating PDFs and things that they're going to post on there. I think one of my professions is going up soon. I'll be uploading the first actual organized episode of Lore of Ukodor with me and Ronan Fox, where we start to dive into the actual deep lore and start to kind of twist things and make things and mold it into this world that we know so much right now. We just finished episode 4 today, so I'm already 4 episodes deep, so we're going to start releasing those every like 2 weeks or so, I believe. Also, today is the last day to use luck for Realms of Ukodor. So if you are a Patreon or Twitch subscriber, go ahead and use that luck for this one last day. We're going to have a lot of really cool things that are going to replace this luck and things, but it is a really awesome mechanic. But because you guys are so awesome, we have so many amazing subscribers, it's really hard for the DMs to follow up with this stuff. And it's very immersion breaking, and we have to stop the game to see who needs luck and all these things. So we're going to start incorporating other things, and we're going to try it out for a little bit, and then we'll reach out to all of you. And if you guys like it or you love it or you hate it, we'll take that, and then we'll see if we can repurpose something else. I know there's been a lot of ideas about pre-luck, like you post in chat somewhere, say, these are all the lucks going to all the people. That could probably work maybe, but that's a lot to maintain. So then we need someone to maintain that and to keep track of that. So there's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts that we're going to start to get to eventually. But to supplement that and that immersion, we are going to have like very interactive, like the Choice is Yours campaign games, down the line, one-shots and things where you will be part of the game. And it is player favorite. I think I love the shit out of that game, where we build the characters, we build the encounters, we build the Ewok villages. Fuck you, Logan. I'm kidding. I love it. I love that you did that. I love that it was picked. I love that I actually made an Ewok village, and you killed all the Ewoks because you guys are terrible. But
that was so much shade so fast.
It was so much shade, but I actually really loved it. I was just teasing. But there were some other things in there that were really hard. But for those of you who have experienced any of those choice games, it's community built. Like the players build the characters as we're talking. Well, actually, we build the encounters talking verbally. And while I'm building the encounter, because I'll show you an empty table, and I'll build whatever you crazy folks decide, and then the players are building their characters while I'm doing that. So it's a really fun process, and it really builds in that community building. And there's a lot of other things, too, that we're going to add to it and all these other crazy things. Also, before I forget, because I already forgot in the beginning, but I always forget, and now I'm not. I'm watching you, Ronan. My trailer's still better. Jerry won the giveaway. Congratulations, Jerry, for winning the giveaway. I just have to throw shade. I'm in a shade spot now.
I like it, but
You're very concerned. I got it. I have too much energy. People are going to die, probably. I get it. It's fine. It's fine. One luck to all the players.
I don't know what's happening.
You don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. This is what happens when I haven't drank caffeine all day and I just took a big gulp of chai. Maybe not. Luck to Kiwin. But also, so there's just a lot of really exciting things happening at the network. We're getting bigger. We're doing all these things. We're really hitting our stride. We have an awesome. Oh, thank you. I had a luck. We have an awesome debut for Ben Watkins, who's Mountain Taker in all the chats. He's DMing his first game live on Friday at 8 p.m., which is Vampire the Masquerade, which some of us here in this chat are going to be playing in. It starts at 8 p.m. Pacific, so make sure you check that out. It's going to be a pretty wild, fun game. And Ben is a really awesome storyteller, so I'm excited for you guys to see that. It might be like a 5-hour game. We'll be going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. Who cares? Whatever. It's fine. Sorry, East Coast. But with all that being said, holy shit, I got 4 more luck. Nice. Oh my god, I got another luck.
Oh my
God. He was already threatening to kill us today. What are you doing?
Oh my god. I'm gonna try.
Apparently, they want all of us to roll new characters.
You know what? That's fine. Just give all the luck. But if you do that, go ahead and support us on Patreon because we have to buy new art for all the characters, which is totally fine. With that, let's go ahead and get ready for. Oh, excuse me. We are dark next week, so there is no River Break or Adventures Middle Earth this weekend. There is Vault on Saturday at 6:30, but then we are dark for the whole following week. A lot of people have been asking. I cannot even keep track with all the luck that's going on right now. There's a lot of people. Chills, please save me. There's a lot of people have been asking. A lot of new fans, like, what's going on? Where are the players? So this is a really good segue. Ronan, take notes. This is a really good segue for all new fans and everything else. Is the end of this episode? We have this off week. I'm going to be recording at some point in the next week a recap episode. I've done this a few times before with Origins, not so much with Realms. I kind of did it with Realms, but I'm going to do it very clean. I'm going to show the map. I'm going to talk about the characters, about where they started in Session 0, and kind of how they traveled and where they did things and where they met. I'll do a really quick, hour, maybe hour and a half recap episode from 1 to 17 today. So then you can get really caught up relatively quickly. And we started doing small highlights of all the recaps from all the shows. So the recap I'm going to do here after the trailer, someone amazing, I think it's Taryn that does it, who is going to trim it up and just highlight that clip so then someone can go back and watch the Vault recaps or the Realms recaps or the Legends recaps. And it's a fun thing that I don't know why we never did it. That is really quick. You can watch for like an hour and get totally caught up. All that being said, I'm going to drink some more caffeine, but let's go ahead and get ready for the next chapter of the Realms of
Ukodor.
Ukodor?
Hidden away, a great power awaits. Muster your courage, it must not abate. Allies are more than well, evil retreats. With fate in your hand, now the story's complete. Ukodor, world full of mystery to explore. Monsters and danger around every turn. Soon enough you will learn. The choice is yours.
And welcome back. So, lots of luck to me. Luck to Ebdar. Excuse me, Eclipse. Damn it, Brooke. I literally just read that like non-burgundy. Damn it. Luck
Which
to Eclipse
campaign am
and
I
Lily.
in?
Damn it, she just did it twice. Luck to Eclipse and Nafako. Luck to Carrick.
This one doesn't know which campaign we're in.
3 luck to Nafako. I will read everything you guys put on it. This is terrible. 4 more luck to Carrick. 2 luck to me.
Damn.
Jesus, I have way too many lucks. 2 more luck to Carrick. 3 more luck to Kiwin.
Holy shit.
Thanks.
Wow, I guess here's the last day of it. I got shit every roll.
And then someone said -7 luck to Solo. It doesn't work.
Oh,
If they donate like $100 or something, can we?
I'll take that.
make that?
I'll remove 1 luck for $100.
One.
What?
So last we left the party, they were in their new vehicle that's called
The Honka
Honka
truck.
the Honka truck, because why would I forget that? On their way back to the city of Andoria to meet up with Orgul to kind of talk about the future steps. They decided to stop by Northfell first. Eclipse remembered that they had some business there. And upon arriving there, they pulled up in this big giant vehicle, not really thinking about what this vehicle represents. But upon arriving here, they had a little minor conversation. Eclipse and Nafako decided they were going to stay in the vehicle because they were exhausted. Kiwin let Elskan go to kind of keep an eye on the two inside of the vehicle. The rest of the group, they left the truck and then started walking towards the town, and they were greeted by 24 armed guards, arrows pointing at them, and the town leader that went by the name of Druk. A lot of words were thrown around, but eventually Druk had his armed guards put their arrows down after revealing and showing the coin of Gwendolyn, and it kind of explaining that they just killed the artificer, and he didn't really believe their story, but let them in the town anyway. And they began, perusing and shopping in this town. And upon walking into this town, they noticed that there's a huge part of the town. The whole eastern side of the town was vacant, was dark, their windows were boarded up, and it was very obvious that like this town's body was very, very minor compared to what it usually is. But moving forward and just trying to get some of the items and things they needed before trying to find the answers that they sought. They found a store called End of the Road. And in this store, there was a very neat shopkeeper by the name of Hoku, who was very vigilantly cleaning his space. There were a lot of items on the shelves, but the shelves were definitely not full. But Kyriel started the conversation with him and brought up seeds. His eyes opened wide, very interested in the items that she had for sale. Trading 5 very valuable pepper seeds that he was treating as mountains of gold gave her a giant, long plant potter, essentially, that she could plant her own seeds and watch them grow in the truck, most likely. Asking more questions about the area and everything else, the group started to leave. Roland walked up and tried to be sly, but both Kiwin and Carrick noticed. But he dropped a small coin purse on the table, hoping to help Hoku out in these troubled times. Kind of questioning him as he came out, Carrick being very vigilant with watching all of Roland's moves. The 4 began to continue to go through the town. And upon doing so, Kiwin noticed 2 very small children kind of playing in the snow, and their parents shortly, nearby, walked over and kind of introduced herself. And it was a very cute sight to be seen. A human male, the human father, and the blue tiefling mother picked up their children as Kiwin walked up, were very friendly and very greeting as Kiwin handed them a big bag of coins. Shocked and amazed at this very generous gift, the parents stood there in shock. And Zelly, the very small 3-year-old blue halfling girl, climbs up in Kiwin's arms and gives her a really big hug. And Zelly was just very just cute and adorable and was just kind of warming her heart. And Kyriel saw the two children and pulled out her wand of bubbles and created a bunch of bubbles, and the kids were ecstatic about it. And upon doing that, and then gave her a small vial of that same bubble solution, Zelly's eyes were big and looked back at her mom and back at the new friends and back at her mom a few times before getting the okay to do some magic. Doing magic in this town has been hidden for a very long time. As you all found with the artificer and everything else that was going on, anybody who possessed any sort of magic abilities were taken from their homes. But getting the okay from the mother and that she trusted you all, Zelly created 2 flowers, one for Kyriel and one for Kiwin. And these flowers were created with some sort of druid magic, but the flowers themselves will never wilt. Handing one to Kyriel and one to Kiwin, they hugged, embraced, and let Zelly kind of jump down. She grabbed a stick out of her little bag, her little satchel she had, stirred up the solution, looked around all scattered like, and made a couple bubbles, and was very excited, put it back in and put it back in her pouch, and was very excited and ran into her house. Kind of walking away from this really just warming interaction, they continued down the path towards the temple. They did learn that the person that they were seeking that might be able to read these moon runes was in the temple. So moving on that way, Carrick decided he didn't really want to go to the temple. So Roland decided he would follow Carrick to the tavern and just get some food and drink and just kind of relax. Doing that, Kyriel and Kiwin walked alone to the temple. Once arriving at the temple, they started to speak with this woman. This woman did not look like she was very well dressed for this very frigid, cold weather. Her skin was a pale blue. She was sitting Indian style on the floor, muttering something under her breath. The two began speaking to her, and when they revealed that they had a piece of parchment with some moon runes on it that they got from some assassin, the woman's eyes opened up, and she was very interested in reading these runes. A staff appeared as if out of nowhere. She cast a spell, revealing a large full moon in a kind of an altar-like symbol above where she was on the wall that sent that moonlight down on the runes so she could read it. And as she was reading it, the two players, Kyriel and Kiwin, really felt like she wasn't being honest. And she wasn't. And out of nowhere, they all felt this tingly sensation as Roland was actually invisible in the back of the room, cast Zone of Truth on all of them. And revealing himself and calling out to her, saying that she needs to be forthright. And now with 3 people in this temple, the woman started to step back, and then a fight ensued. Fireball after fireball after fireball. The entire temple was ablaze. The woman was attempting to fight back these creatures that came into her temple, and they later killed someone she cared about. Sending word as quickly as possible, Roland sending a message to Carrick as the illusion inside the tavern next to Carrick vanished, alerting Carrick that there's trouble in the temple. Kyriel calling out to her vehicle, blurting out that they also needed help. The very exhausted Eclipse and Nafako, very far away, began their very fast sprint towards the temple as well. But eventually, Carrick did arrive to claim the final killing blow as the other 2 spellcasters were
Angry.
loosening the jar a little bit, to say the least.
Stole that kill.
Stole that kill.
So ridiculous.
plain
Just
and
like a
simple.
fighter. Just like a fighter.
But Nafako and Eclipse, exhausted, leaning head over knees, finally arrived to their friend's aid, but the dust had already settled. They grabbed the sheet of the moon runes and were able to read it as quickly as possible and gain some information. And about the time that the group kind of reconvened, Druk showed up with probably a dozen other militia with buckets of water to put out this fire, but Kyriel had already put it out. Super slightly annoyed and disappointed and just deflated, he begged you all to not cause any trouble, and the first thing you did was set a temple on fire. But you also murdered somebody, which is a very serious crime in the region. Begging again, because of the coins that you showed, to not go anywhere until the morning, so he can find word from Gwendolyn and how this trial will commence. Upon saying that, Kiwin exclaimed that she has the ability to speak with dead creatures. Put off by this, Druk agreed. Early in the morning, we will try to prove your innocence. Shaking his head and rubbing his neck, he went back to the tavern to get wasted. Upon getting there and the group reconvened at the tavern, half a dozen guards showed up to protect and guard and bind this dead creature. They went to the tavern, had some drinks. Roland created a hero's feast. Someone bought a boar. I can't remember who bought a boar. Kiwin bought a boar that
Because
realized that
Elstron is
yes,
a big boy now.
during that time, Elsgon did hit puberty and grew about an inch.
Announced it very matter-of-factly.
Inside of the shrug.
Exactly.
But everyone was now in the tavern. They purchased this really amazing pig and realizing that the town was starving. So trying to secretly and casually let known that this all food is for everybody, Druk just received word that what this party had said, that they killed the artificer, summoned the entire town to the tavern to celebrate these honored guests that they have, that a lot of their loved ones will be coming back because of these 5 people. So they celebrated and ate and drank and partied until the wee hours of the night. Early in the morning, Druk woke you all up and dragged your asses out to the temple to prove your innocence so then he can go back to his normal day, which you did. Kiwin asked 5, 10 questions. Minor solo manipulations and allowance of the spell, because I don't think there's ever been a time where players have asked the right questions the first 5 times, so I usually let them cast it twice, even though the spell doesn't say that, but it's fine. Solo V2. But you go and ask the questions, and you found out a lot of unsettling news. And upon hearing this news that there are more assassins in the area, all looking for the leaders, all somehow tied to Pyriel and Voltok are maybe one and the same, and the White Cloaks are somewhere here as well. Lots of moving pieces, and you find out that the 5 of you are also in danger. And that's where we pick up today.
And also we met a new Nafako party, and she had Greater Restoration cast on her. Those things also happened.
It's a big deal.
Yes. That happened at the bar, right? That's right.
Yes.
The blue tiefling mom. What's her name? Keely. Yes.
Keely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she
Only a minor event that might have major implications later.
She did it because you looked exhausted and didn't know that you have 8 people living in you.
Mm-hmm. That's why you get consent before you cast spells on people.
But most people don't do that.
Yeah, next time I want to fireball someone, I'll be like, do I have your consent?
Too bad.
Do you mind if I just blow you up in a giant blaze of fire?
I had this talk with Jadobi last campaign.
Okay, so this is we're just finished talking to the dead person.
Yep.
Okay.
And we found out where Pyriel probably is, in the ever-changing dungeon in the mountains. The Oglen?
No, those are the mountains where you guys went through the portal.
Yes.
Right?
Well, those are the only mountains, right? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yes. Never. There's another name that's similar when you went through the portal in Hylac. I get it. Yes. Oglen is, yes.
Over.
Right words. Trying to reset my phone.
Hylac.
I don't remember who was in charge when we last left off. I'm going to assume it was Nafako, because I think she just started interjecting. This will be a thing. I should write it down next time.
You should.
So are we gonna continue heading to Andoria now that all this is taken care of?
What was it
True.
we needed to do in Andoria again?
Well, I think we were just going to meet up with or
People
Ghoul
and stuff and things.
That's right. That's right.
and
All right, because we're still in Northfell.
and the blacksmith.
right and the blacksmith. So are we free to go, or do we need to wait for Gwendolyn to say something to you, Drook?
No. What you all have done here, we have witnesses that make you all innocent. I absolutely appreciate everything that you've done for this city. Send a letter next time. I hope you are well.
Right there.
Well, feels like there's a lot to unpack there, but I guess
You
don't want us to unpack
make my
yet, so-
life very complicated. It was a very simple life before. I'm only partially joking. You're welcome here anytime.
Well, thank you for your hospitality.
Yeah, it's not that difficult to be nice.
Never that difficult.
You're right. It's not difficult to burn down a temple either, but here we are.
Yeah, it was quite easy, I believe.
Oh,
And she started.
If we are allowed to leave, perhaps it's best we make haste. We are expected.
It's true,
But
we're overdue.
Yes, all jokes aside, you've uncovered quite the scheme. If you find out anything that is able to help my people or the people in this region, please let a leader know as soon as possible.
Do you feel like you have enough protection here to keep yourself
No.
safe?
Absolutely not. But we will do as best as we can with what we have. I could use another 300 people, but we don't have it.
Well, all of the prisoners from the Artificer.
Yes,
Someone
I
might
believe we have
remember.
20 or 25 people coming back, but I will not be putting them back to work. I will let them spend time with their families for as long as they feel needed.
Jeez. Seems
We
like
can-
all you need is a good druid. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the kid, not Jadobi.
Shinobi, who summons 85 fucking people and
Oh,
That's fair.
I thought you were trying
fair.
to like the kid.
The shade. This episode should just be called Shade.
I love you, GW. You know that.
Why is Sirenscape not working? What in the fiddly fuck? All right.
When we reach our destination, we can ask if any more aid can be sent.
Yeah.
I believe every town has as many people as they have to protect their own town. There was talk a long time ago to condense towns into one place, but we're not really ready for that either. Each of these towns are people's homes. But if we vacate, there's nothing keeping anyone else from moving in. The nomads and other bandits in the area will have a very fortified base if we do something like that, so we can't evacuate just yet.
It sounds like you're in a position where you should protect your home.
Yes.
I'm surprised bandits can survive in this country. Or wouldn't want to be part of the towns where there would be so much more protection and
Desperate times allow for interesting circumstances.
the well-known phrase.
The mind blank.
Well, I think Eclipse is right. We probably should go.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Thank you.
Sorry about the temple.
It's all right.
You can rebuild it better.
Yes. I might make it into like a garage or something. I don't know.
Better uses than for a false patron.
There's a lot to unpack there. Next time you're in town, you can buy me an ale. And he picks up like a crate. It looks like it's got tools in it, and he walks towards the temple. Oh my god, that's
All right.
Well, shall we?
We shall.
Plus,
To the honka
you
truck.
need to get to the honka truck.
To the hunka truck.
We gotta
Okay.
get back to Andoria so we can get back to Travak so we can give Janet her very important story. The most important plot.
What if
Glad
we
to know that
just
this is a
pass-
priority.
What if we just pass by everything to go straight to Travak to give her her stories?
So, you do take some time and you run back to your truck. You fire it up and you get ready to go wherever you want to go. You guys do.
Sounds like Andoria's our place.
Yeah.
we're to Andoria. We won't hijack. We won't bypass poor Janet.
Not bypassing, it's on the way.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying we could be bypassing.
Yeah, we could just skip
Everything else.
all of that. Yeah. Just make sure we check that box. We have the threat of death hanging over us, and we wouldn't want to fail on that most important mission.
Yeah.
But we don't know
Is
that.
this piece of parchment really this important?
Of course it is.
The book, it most certainly is. This poor old woman. She has been reading these stories her entire life and has not read this one.
The final chapter.
Murder
No
She
one else
Wrote on
knows
Parchment,
that.
Volume 26.
The threat of
Like,
death
when-
looms ever near, but thank goodness they can read the final chapter of a book.
Exactly.
If only they knew that this poor woman died and we brought her back to life, they'd feel terrible about it. But...
It was just a little heart attack. Just a minute.
Just
A little heart attack.
Just, you know,
No, please keep going. Please keep going.
she wasn't all
Apparently-
that. She was just mostly done.
Apparently your enthusiasm is lethal. Shall we go?
She was making death saves. She wasn't just
Yeah,
automatic
she wasn't.
dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, technically, normal people don't make death saves, but
Hey, she was saved with a lay on hands, is my point.
I understand. I'm just.
And then
Which means what you're saying is she's extremely powerful and winning her favor is very beneficial to us.
she could be.
Sure.
You said sure.
I would
Shannon?
imagine this campaign would go a completely different direction if you murdered an old lady, and you wouldn't be the good buddies anymore. You would be bad people, and then it would
Degrading
be a whole
killers.
different thing.
We wouldn't be the good buddies, we'd be the bad buddies.
I kind of like that.
I like that a lot.
There, see?
Let's just go murder hobo.
There
And
you
to
go.
Andoria!
To
That would be
Andoria!
quite the switch.
Uh,
Gotta go Oathbreaker Paladin.
There you go.
Dear God.
is anyone good with plants?
Good with
I'm
I
plans.
great
talk
with
to
plants.
What do I look like, a
talk to
druid?
plants.
Well, I
They don't usually talk back, but I know they're listening. I
Oh
know.
my God.
Well, I got this really big planter, and I still have all those seeds, so I figured we can find a space for it in the truck, to start growing our own peppers.
The seeds for
Oh,
the
well, when it
peppers.
comes to planting plants, that's not my thing.
Or picking them, Petra. Blood everywhere.
Do these
yeah.
seeds also grow chocolate?
I could do that.
Oh, Roland, you could help.
Elscon?
Elscon says it.
Oh, okay.
It was totally Elscon. I just knew it. Roland is so like,
You can.
Yes. Hi. I do know how to manage a garden.
How did you learn that?
Hellscon, you're
I
not going
don't
to
know.
eat them, are you? They're peppers.
And these are
No.
just the seeds. You wouldn't want to eat these.
Okay.
They're gonna
Yes.
grow
Yes.
into a pepper, right?
Are they magical?
Are they magical?
You don't.
I mean, I could find out.
Hellscon, I can't believe you're a gardener. That's so interesting.
What do you think I do when I'm in the necklace? I just read.
I've most certainly heard you chomping away.
This one was going to
Eating
say,
something.
if by
I don't
reads they
just be
mean
multitasking. Yes.
Well, I am so proud of you. Learning, growing.
So he takes the planter and then he kind of like starts to find a spot in the like one of the cabinets that he completely cleared out and ate all the food. Like he takes a shelf down and he slides it in. This will work. And he just puts a seed in there and gets some water.
Eclipse watches him closely with fascination.
How long is this going to take?
I thought you were the
He just keeps
gardener.
staring at the seeds.
I
Who's
think
Red
it
Toad and
takes
Frog?
Days. I think it takes days, Elscon.
Oh. All right. He just sits on one of the chairs and his legs are like swinging.
It's not like it's Penapedal.
What?
Nothing.
This one does not think that could grow in this region.
You never know.
They grow in the truck. Maybe.
Get a tent.
Yeah. Let's see if Elscon can do a thing.
34.
What's Elscon doing?
He's just sitting there.
He's not doing anything else.
Nope.
I'm gonna sit next to Elscon.
Eclipse
So-
is also sitting there.
Vroom, vroom, let's go.
Vroom vroom.
Vroom, vroom. Where are you guys going?
Andoria.
Andoria.
Damn it, Sirenscape. Yeah,
It did sound like an engine revving.
Yeah.
We'll use it. We'll use it.
The world is our soundtrack.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think our hunka truck is on the move.
There we go.
All right, so you guys, it takes you about an hour or so to get there. So you guys get there relatively early in the morning, and you do pull up to Andoria. Andoria seems like there's a lot of people moving around, and you do see that Orgul is kind of standing outside the tavern, but he's dealing with people and not really paying attention to y'all, and he goes inside of the tavern.
How dare he?
Well,
So what are we doing here?
Wait, do we have somewhere to park this so we don't have the problem that you guys had last time?
Oh yeah, did they let us take it inside?
They let you guys take it inside. They know who you guys are. They know the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah,
good,
you
good,
guys
good.
easily come in, and pull. There's like a pretty fairly big. It looks like it might have been like a giant like horse pen, but it's been cleared out. Not for you guys, but they've used like the wood from the post to do other things. So there's a pretty big spot that seems like it would be a good parking spot for this thing.
Park it.
Good.
Yeah.
Not having any sound effects in the background is really.
Is she gonna like Tokyo drift that thing right into spot?
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
gonna throw some. Is Theon anywhere nearby? I wanna throw some snow on him when I'm parking it. Like
Sure. Give me a performance check.
performance. Okay. Oh,
That's a nat
performance
one.
is a +0.
As you pull into the main thoroughfare, you kind of dodge people. You're not going super fast, but you're going fast enough. You dodge people, and you kind of swing your ass around a little bit. It kicks up a bunch of snow on there, who was coming out of somewhere, and then your back goes in, and you kind of back into the spot.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. He turns and walks away.
Who was that? Who was that?
We need to make sure we do that again.
Well, that's not nice.
Well,
I'm poking my head out. I'm sorry.
if you knew him a little better, I don't think you'd feel so.
I wasn't that bad.
Sorry, not sorry.
They did have one redeeming quality.
Yeah.
So
He did
embellish it a little
finally.
bit.
Yeah. a little. That's funny.
In either case, our friend is waiting for us.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. Is everybody going in?
Okay. So all 6 of you go into the tavern.
Don't
Second
forget
you
the
do.
U-lock.
The second
Never
that you
met a
do.
tavern I didn't like.
The second that you do, the tavern looks a lot different, and you would hear a lot of different noises. But yes. But as you walk in, a lot of the tables are kind of pushed together, and you see people who are wearing like makeshift armor and things, and there's like maps on the tables, and they're talking, and Orgul is there talking to some people. Yeah, come with me. We'll have a talk in my office. And he goes into his office and he sits in his desk. Sits on his desk, not in his desk.
Hi there.
He doesnn't acknowledge you as you wave at him.
I'm surprised you're not celebrating. Did something happen?
Are you all in the office now?
Yeah.
Please close the door. Also, hello, Kiwin. We did.
Saying anything.
It
happens a lot.
It's can't be nice in front of me, men. We celebrated for a few hours until we received news. Really shitty fucking news.
Word from Northfell.
No. Word from Agash.
Agash? How do you even get word from Agash up here?
The same magical means that you all receive word from other people.
That's fair enough.
By the way,
Yeah,
I'm
I can
old.
talk to
I don't know if I met all of you already. I can't remember.
I think we all got introduced.
Yeah, I met you at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this
What?
one over here, and he points at Carrick. You did look familiar. Can't
Yeah.
remember. Well, I've got some good news and some bad news. Which one you all want first?
Might as
What?
well give us the bad so we can lighten up.
What word from Agash?
Well, the word from Agash is that what the hell?
Apparently, it was trying to show us the map.
Nope, that was me trying to open up a map in the wrong window.
Oh, I've done that before. I was like,
Yep.
hey, that looks like Eddie's path. People are going to go back and watch. That's fine. That's funny. I've done that so many times, Eddie. So many times. Because it opens up in the window browser.
It opened up in the
streaming
active Chrome window, and that's the one that the stream's on. It's like, dang it.
Oh, I love it.
So I was trying to make sure that I heard the name of that city correctly.
Yes, our Gosh is the capital. Technically, it's the capital of Hylac. That's where the king would be. That's where a few of you are from. So,
Word from Agash.
the good news is that Vrigka is no longer in Agash. The bad news is he's in Drasus. It's about 6 towns away from where we are right now.
When?
A week, maybe.
Where are they heading?
We don't know. Currently, it seems like their attention is on the Goliath tribe in the south. It's a pretty large army of orcs and a bunch of humans with white clothing. Looks like your white cloaks you all have been speaking about.
Yeah, they're real original with their name.
Yes.
They're here.
Do we know why they're here?
No, we don't. My information that you all have given me and I've received from my other scouts is the white cloaks hate fucking orcs. So the fact that they're working together really pisses me off. I don't know why, and I don't know why they're doing and what the fuck they're doing. I don't know if they even knows I'm here, or if he's here because of you folks. Simply don't know.
Be pretty crazy for them to be here because of the 5 of us.
Well, some of you have a tag on yourselves. Let you disclose that as you wish. Try not to keep many more secrets from me and my people, though. Crestmar and Drasus have been compromised. The issue with Crestmar is that's the main fucking port in and out of this region. And now they have a ferry that goes across the bay that can get here really fucking quickly.
They took their boat?
No, this is a different boat.
Oh, I was like, oh no!
So what you're saying
weird.
is they could be here in a matter of days.
If they so choose, yes. That army that size marches town to town. I wouldn't say that everyone would go willingly. It would take them about a week or so to get all the way here to Travak, or even up here to where we are in Andoria. They take the ferry. It takes about a day or two to cross the bay, depending on how shitty the ice is. You can't take that many people, so it would be slow. But it'd be enough people to take over Icemare, that's for sure. And then they can come over as freely as they wish.
If Rika had their way, they could be here in half that time. But they're meticulous.
Yes.
Well, we met a person who was worshipping Voltok in Hylac. And we just learned that Voltok and Pyriel are the same person. So...
Do what now? What did you just say?
I just said that when we were in Hylac, before we walked through the weird portal thing that took us here, there was a necromancer who worshipped Voltok. And Voltok apparently is the same person as Pyriel. So, QED.
If what you're saying is true, Voltok is not a god.
Yeah, we don't think so.
Voltok is a warlock, magic user, mage fucker from the south. If Voltok and Pyriel are the same person, that means you can kill him.
True. And if the people in the south are worshipping Voltok, that might be why they're here. If Pyriel is clearly spending a lot of power on this region for some reason.
They might be after them.
But why was Pyriel working with the Artificer? We've never figured that out yet. The Artificer builds machines.
Well, the Artificer's also good at extracting magic from people and their souls and things.
These white cloaks. Magician knows. After magic users.
But the White Cloaks have been supplying the Artificer.
So maybe that's why.
You know,
But
give me a minute. Give me a minute. And he's gonna reach and he's gonna kind of touch his ear. And you bring Theron here, please.
What would that twerp be of use?
He is a pain in the ass, but he's quite the elusive intelligence getter. A few minutes go by, and the door opens. And he just kind of stares at Kai.
Oh, I'm sorry that we got snow on you earlier.
It's it's all right. Just we can leave the teasing alone for just a moment. I know it's fun. It really is fun.
I wasn't teasing. I was being genuine.
Oh, well, okay. We're not used to that out here.
Oh.
Theron, can you explain to these folks the information you've been getting about these white cloaks in relation to the artificer? Well, hello again. Don't worry about the snow. It was getting a little warm anyway. But damn autofocus. So we did get some information about these white cloaks, and that's what you all been calling them. So we've taken the name. Can't remember what we called them before, but it doesn't matter. They've been taking these people who use magic, yes. And it seemed like the artificer was trying to like harness magic or use magic or something like that. But what we found out with people like, he kind of looks awkwardly at Roland and then immediately looks away. With other people, that they have extracted magic from people, and they can like inject it into other people. But what we did find out is that there is some machine in the north that is very loud. It looks like it's got a lot of Rosari in there. It looks like it's built of like pure Rosarium. But the other chap that we had with us that was up there was doing one of those magic things where you can detect or something. Said there was a lot of magic coming off of the tower. So best thing I could deduce, yes, it's a big word. Relax. Is that maybe they were taking the magics from the people and putting it into the machine, and then the machine's doing something that maybe keeps it cold here. Maybe. Yeah, but that's all the information I have. You did good, son. Now please fuck off. All right.
Well,
and he
and-
just
Thank you. Thank
you.
you.
We asked.
You know the exact location of this machine, and not because eyes have gone amber brown.
I want to say no, because if I say yes, it means you're gonna have me take you there. And Orgul just stares at him. Yes.
Have you ever met Vrika?
I don't know who that is. No.
Then you should pray that you never do. And if there's anything powerful as this that Vrika can get their hands on, you can bet that they will destroy everything in their path to get to it.
I don't want any of that. All right.
Then it is in your best interest to inform us where this device is.
Mm-hmm. All the scary people in the room that are looking at me right now, I will tell you where this place is later when we get to go ahead.
That's fine.
All right. He's gonna turn and he's gonna like scurry out of there.
Thank you.
If Vrika is here, this changes everything.
What I still don't understand is what do they get from putting this region under this rhyme?
Control.
Yes.
So what did they gain by controlling these towns? I mean, no offense, but it doesn't seem like you're the most resource-rich place to begin with.
We used to be.
Yeah.
Our biggest exporters, Rosario.
Well, that makes sense.
We've made a lot of money and got all of our supplies for the years, just taking shipments down.
Powerful
Nobody
resource.
wants to come up here and mine it. Yeah.
And if Vrika gets their hands on it, Could put them in a very dangerous position.
If that's what he wants. 3 luck to Kai.
Thank you.
I mean, he could be up here for me, because he heard word that I was here. He could be up here for the lot of you. He could be up here for Rosarium. He could be up here for fuck all. I don't know.
Be a lot of resources to just send after any group of 1 to 6 individuals.
Well, either you tell him or I will. And I'll leave it at that. Vrigka takes offense to personal offenses to himself. He wants to see tasks done really up close. So any slights on him, he'll see it to completion.
He's not one to let things lie.
He's not.
Were you more important to this Vrigka than you've let on?
Me?
Not you. I'm looking at Eclipse right now, but I realize you can't tell that.
Well, it looked like you were looking at me, but it's
I
really
understand.
difficult either
Yeah,
way.
You're just
I'll,
standing right next. You're standing so close together.
I am a little big. I'll go sit down. You all can conversate. Appreciate it for the luck.
She also looks at Carrick. You know, you've never really admitted to what you've been doing, and I understand we all have our secrets. But since this is coming to a head, I think we ought to know exactly what your connection is. Were you really important enough to have an army come after you?
Well, I guess that depends on how special our friend here is. What do you say, Eclipse? Look, we might be trailed by people, but out here, we got nothing to worry about.
I mean, that's obviously not true anymore.
Yeah.
We should find somewhere private. The fewer ears who hear this, the better.
Nothing more private than the office.
Even you may not wish to hear this.
Well, I know a little bit about your story. I'd like to know the whole thing. Honestly, I need to know so I can either protect you or kill you myself. Because right now, Vrigka isn't y'all's problem. He's mine. The armies I've been trying to create out here will come out of hiding to help fight off him. But if there's something more important that he is looking for that isn't me, I should know about it. If you wish this to be
not the biggest fan of me.
If you wish this conversation to be quiet and secret with no prying eyes, I can do that. And he pulls out this little item. Just tell me you want to have a conversation here, and it'll be private. If not, there'll be this bridge between us, and I will try to help you as much as possible, but you have to be honest with me in order to do that.
Can you assure no other ears will hear besides those in this room?
Yes, this is an interesting trinket I got from a shaman. Yeah. I can't remember where. I didn't ask for it. I took it. I enjoyed it. But it does two things at once. It creates a zone of truth-telling and it creates a bubble where no one else can listen to make very truthful, private conversations. But it has
Does
to be willing creatures, that is.
Does it look familiar to me? Like, do I...
Give me a history check.
Okay.
Or, yeah, history. History would work, or... Yeah, just do history with advantage would be fine.
Okay. A 15.
15. 15
I have a
is the
plus
DC, so that's fine. So, with the 15, probably from the same island that you were from with your aunts. You do remember when you were very young was raided by some pirates a while back. So it looks very familiar, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And he kind of sees you looking at it. Pulls it back a little bit. If you're ready, I can activate it.
I think what he's telling he's telling the truth that
All right, let's do this.
Adam does do that.
All right. And he places it on the table and it kind of makes this little boof. Can everyone please make
You're gonna
I
zone
lost
of truth us because it would be a charisma save.
yeah, charisma. So yeah, charisma save. That's what I was looking for. I thought I had Roman. I thought I had Roland up, but I pulled up Roland.
Oh, we can
Our-
choose to fail it though, right?
You can choose. Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll fail. I mean,
I
I'm just gonna
got
fail.
a 19,
Or 19.
but
Okay.
I fail.
Wait.
But I wish to fail. If that was
Oh,
a
yeah, I didn't even have to roll then. Okay, but I failed
Yeah.
anyway.
If you wish to fail, you can fail.
Yeah.
I will choose to fail. Also, Eclipse, if you do not choose, if anyone does not choose to fail and is standing within 10 feet of me, you get a +4 on your saves.
Ooh.
Oh, you're muted, Eddie.
I actually just realized no one knows if I succeeded or failed.
He
No.
does.
No, he
Or-
doesn't.
Oh,
Why?
I have a ring of mind shielding.
Oh yeah.
But then he
yeah.
would know that he can't tell at all. So he would
Yes,
know
he
that
would
you're
know he
blocking-
can't. He would know he can't. He can't tell, but he wouldn't know whether or not I succeeded.
So are you trying to run with that, or are you taking it off and choosing to fail? That's up to you. I just want to know so I can narratively.
I don't think that Eclipse would willingly let someone into their head.
Okay. Well, never seen that, but the floor is yours. And he's staring at you very intently. The DC was a 20 charisma save, by the way, but you all chose except for somebody.
I even if I wanted that, I still would have failed.
It's fair.
As most of you know, this one was employed by Vrika for many years. Worked very closely with them, doing very bad things. This one's prospects were not good after what happened to their family. Spent many years doing what had to be done to survive. Vrika was a ruthless person.
Is
A ruthless person. This one struggles to even call them a person.
I'd agree with you with that.
This one spent many years acquiring many scars under their employment. Near the end of this one was given a task they could not complete. Because it was too much. This one was tasked to return a cargo shipment. Heard movement inside the box. Saw a face that looked very much like this one's. Let them go. Returned a failure. Vrika does not take kindly to failure. This one was incarcerated, is putting it lightly.
Very.
Carrick knows. This one was barely alive when they let them go. Before this one was able to escape, overheard something they weren't supposed to hear. Light knows. When Nafiko and Eclipse spoke, Eclipse said the name Argu. Was the one who destroyed our family. Took this one away. Took Light away from this one. But when this one heard that conversation, and this information does not leave this room, for knowing this, put a target on your back. Because Vrika will do anything to keep the information hidden. That Vrika and Argo are one and the same.
Huh. Blimey. You're alive to tell the tale.
This one wanted to rip their throat out right then and there, but couldn't do it. Not strong enough.
You're wise to not do that. It damn near killed me as well. I believe Eclipse, you and me, well, and now your friends, are the only ones that know that information. For those of you who don't know who Argu is, Argu the Conqueror, the battle master of the legions of orcs in the Dead Sands, the northern part of Hylac. The same orcs that have been attacking Seros for years, pillaging ships and towns. The same pirate orcs that have been killing and pillaging and raping all the people along the coasts. They are the bottom of the barrel of people. Vrika stole the throne from me, claiming a new identity to try to take the throne and the rest of the free people of Hylac and join the two. And he would have an army bigger than any that lives in this world. He damn near does already.
There's no way all those boats follow him.
They do. They fear him. You've seen Vrika, haven't you, Carrick?
Yeah.
Have you seen him recently? Or just some time ago?
Well, it's been at least a month or so, a moon cycle.
Vritka changes his form. Believe when Eclipse saw him, he was his true form. He stands about 20 feet tall, bigger than any ogre I've ever seen. But he's an orc. Some believe he is kin to a god.
That's not possible.
He can rip a person in half with his bare hands. I've seen him do it.
So is this
But
one.
why?
Because he can.
Well,
But
that
when he
doesn't
takes
make
on
sense.
this Vridka identity, he shrinks his form to a normal orc. So people aren't privy to his true identity. They get close enough, you can see through the illusions.
And logic doesn't apply to it. When Vrika wants something, they take it.
He does. He prances around on that big-ass rhino of his. Just watching people. Doesn't say much. He's just there. His presence scares people to do his will.
They got into
He
this
isn't
one's
stupid
head.
either. Some
There's-
believe he wields magic as well.
There's a reason why this one doesn't like unwilling prods into their mind.
Yes, I'm surprised you still told the truth. I understand why you have your protections, though. Respect it, actually. Need to find me one of them.
Because the information this one carries is dangerous, and this one doesn't want. Well, it's too late now.
It's never too late. Your secrets are safe with us, right? You all don't want to die. So, I have a gift for all of you. Take it as a reward, take it as a friendship or whatever. And he pulls out this like
we're all friends.
this cigar box. I regret it. I'm gonna put it back. He pulls out this cigar box and he opens it up, and inside there are 6 of these kind of flesh-colored things that kind of go behind your ear. And he hands each of you one.
You know, we all have very different colored flesh, I'm going to point out.
It changes magically to what it is. So you can't see it from the outside. So if someone like takes all your items, they won't see this. And it is the exact same item that season 1 had.
I was
as
just
well.
gonna say,
They
are we about to
yeah.
get season 1 communicators?
It's the same thing. It was the same thing that he just used on Theron as well.
Yeah,
So
recognize that.
Ear cuff.
yeah. These 6 are synced to themselves. However, these are a little bit more advanced than other ones you may or may not have used. You can either speak to all of them at the same time, or you can speak to other people who have them. You just merely think about that person.
So we can talk to you whenever we want?
You said there were 6.
You found the
That's
flaw.
6.
Yes, I do have one myself. So yes, you could talk to me as well. Your frequency is different than the one of my men, so you won't be needing to hear any of our nonsense, or we won't hear any of yours. But if you do need to speak with me, you can. It reaches about 5 miles, maybe. It'll help with communications if shit hits the fan and you're nearby. I might be able to communicate with you or vice versa.
Fricka's
But
on
these
this
are-
island. Shit's already hit the fan.
Yes, and it's frozen.
So it can't communicate across planes.
No,
Only-
it's
Okay.
it's only your not that deep in your magic stuff, but yeah, it's only in this vicinity.
Oh.
This one is sorry for whatever may come from the burden of this knowledge.
Vrika gets off his chair, kind of pushes off the desk, and stands up. And again, he's a big
Orgul?
dude.
I know. I was like, you said
Wow.
I was thinking,
Wow.
like, wait,
That's
what?
a very different scene.
I'm actually Vrika.
You just said he could shape
TPK.
change. You just said he could shape change, and I was like, wait, what?
I've been saying
What?
Vrika for like 20 minutes.
Just
All right,
fucking gave me a
Orgul.
fucking heart attack.
Yeah, it was about to be on.
God, wouldn't that suck? That would be mean. That would be straight mean. You're locked in a room with a guy who's gonna just one-shot you all. Orgul stands up, pushes off his desk, and walks up to you, Eclipse. Standing, I'm assuming, and he kneels down to where he's a little lower than you are. And he puts his hand on your shoulder. You have nothing to apologize for. You are not a monster. What you did to survive. You are not a monster, Eclipse. You hold on to that. There's only one monster in this world. It's not you. Do you hear me, boy? He slowly stands up. I wish I had better news. We had a banquet and all sorts of shit for you. My man's already eaten it, and the legions are moving. Next time. What you all did with the artificers was a great deed. Keep your heads high. I will continue to keep Argu at bay. He won't get much north of where he is. We'll at least slow him down for as long as we can. We're going to go ahead and set up camp in Thendur. If you all do decide to go north to that tower, come see me in Thendur. And I'll have Theron guide you up there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kaywin,
Well, yeah.
keep these all in line, will you?
I will.
And then he goes and opens the door for you all. Now get out of here before people see me being nice to you.
It's not bad that you're nice.
Hey, Kai,
Uh-huh.
think fast. He throws the thing.
I catch it.
He throws the item to you.
Mm-hmm.
The way you were looking at this seems like this is familiar. It's yours. I have enough anyway.
I figured you would.
I got all sorts of trinkets. Should be entertaining. But yes, yes, get out. Fuck off. Get out of here. I've been talk to you enough. Please go. I can't pretend. Come on.
Should just tell people that you're nice. It's okay.
No, it's not.
So if we don't think that they are going to cross to Icemire, we think they're going to take the way around because he's going to Thendar.
That's what he's hoping.
That they
His
don't
hope
cross.
is that if they see this army showing up and Orgul lets him know that Orgul is here, focus will be shifted. Whether or not they're not still going to do that, there's other things are at play. So,
Okay.
you know, if you asked him that question, he would have said that. He would have said Gwendolyn is working on Icemare. Would have been his response.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, cool.
Is there anything we can do to help you in the short term?
Yeah, go find Volchok and kill him. Remove the rhyme so it warms up here a little bit. bring about 4,000 more people here so we can kill Vrigka where he stands. And
That's
then
it.
I'd like a peppered ale.
One of those is slightly easier than the others, but they all sound pretty impossible.
Well, you asked.
So good.
I thought we were.
Peppered
We
ales
were
a
Well,
riffing
I-
here with
possibility.
dreams and aspirations of things that won't happen.
So what you're saying is there is nothing, you have no task for us right now.
No, I believe you have some of your own things to do. We're going to move our armies south. I will assist you all if you do decide to go north. Just meet me in Thendor, and we will. I'll send you there with any men I can spare. And Theron, as useless or useful he may be,
You should be
Right
a bit
now-
nicer to this poor guy.
he's fine. Just throw him a squirrel every once in a while; he'll be fine. But good luck.
Why?
Because he likes them. A
I
lot.
mean,
Yeah.
I like squirrels too, but
I'll let your
why is
friends explain that one.
Do you know where we could find Osaka? The dwarf blacksmith is she about?
She's in this city, yeah. I
Mhm.
believe she's in this city.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Osaka, yeah. Oh yeah, if you need to speak with her, you might want to do it quick. We're bringing her with. Yeah, she should be in her shop.
Anyone want to explain to me about the squirrels?
So you guys are all leaving then?
Yeah, I was waiting for everyone to sort of leave and then give him
Yeah.
the.
So once he does that, he brings you in close. So none of you can hear this.
Ooh.
You are Carrick, aren't you? You're the one who liberated all those people.
I almost felt I had to.
You did good. In an attempt not to distract you, some of those people are still in that city as citizens. If you make it back to Hylac, you should seek those people out. You might be closer to them than you may think.
Oh. Thanks for the tip.
Your father was a good man, Carrick.
You knew him.
He was one of my trusted people. Yes, I did.
That's new information to me. But I'm glad to hear it. Hey, one
Well-
question before I leave.
Yes.
Ever hear about a black tusk?
That's interesting you say that. Our ghoul has black tusks.
Interesting.
Yes. Why the question?
Asking for a friend, let's say. A pleasure.
As well.
Good to have an ally that's ready to take over Oracle Bay.
You find a few more, let me know.
Indeed.
He goes back out there. What are you shit still? Get back to work. And he just starts getting back in barking mode.
I definitely need a drink now.
I wonder if we can buy a bottle of wine.
Just dropping coin on the bar.
You go to Theron is currently behind the bar. Don't worry about paying. It's fine. He gives you like a case. There's 6 of them. You all can have this. Ogu said your money's no good here.
Hey, you want to tell me what's your fascination with squirrels?
I like the taste of them.
Oh, you ate them. That's interesting. Never eaten a squirrel. This is what happens when no one explains it to me when I ask. I asked. Why do you eat them? Don't you like bigger stuff?
I don't eat them. I I drink their blood.
Well, that's a little strange. Isn't that strange? And I'm like looking at anyone who's near me.
Well, here's the case. I have stuff to do. Ogu said I'm gonna see you in Thangur, I guess. Be safe. See you there.
Hey.
Hmm?
I really am sorry. I was just getting you back for, misleading us, playing a joke on us when we first met you.
Oh, about the mammoth stuff? It's harmless. Just snow. Just lucky there was no ice in there. That would have hurt.
I never thought of that. I'm not from this climate.
I couldn't tell.
Maybe
No, it's all right.
am.
I ask for it sometimes, so it's all right. But yeah, I have to go. He's gonna start yelling at me. So I have some other things I have to stack up. But he said this was for you all. And then I'll see you in Thangur. Yeah. All right.
We'll see you
And then he
there.
runs over and grabs more crates and briskly moves them over to the other thing.
Keywin, he's a vampire.
Mm.
You may have been distracted at the time, but I was throwing some shade at Kyriel when she trusted him, even though we'd just seen a vampire, like the vampire who creates all the other vampires, in the Artificer's Tower. Turned out it was a good move after all, though.
Oh, that guy was a vampire?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
don't
why he
know
drinks.
what that is.
So when we first showed up, we fought the guy who like floated around and he like bit my neck.
The fancy guy with
the fancy guy.
ruffled shirt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Very powerful, very evil creature. Drinks blood.
So you're
Doesn't
saying
like-
Baron's evil?
Well,
He doesn't seem that evil. He looks pretty harmless.
that's you know what? You're right. It's mostly the one guy. Not everyone who gets turned to be a vampire is evil, necessarily.
Eclipse grabs one of the bottles of wine and starts opening it with his claw.
So what is a vampire specifically? They drink blood.
They drink blood. They generally prefer from humanoids, is my understanding.
They're dead.
Yes.
He might be
I don't
a
like
bit
killing
dead.
people. As he's like walking by, I don't like killing people.
And that's why I have revised my statement that vampires are not inherently evil, Theron.
Thank you. You can't judge a book by its cover.
That's what I always say.
My accent changes 3 times in this show. It's fine. Theron
Are
is
you
just
drinking that
trying
whole
to
bottle?
help me.
Hey, me too!
It's working.
All right. Well, that's interesting. You learn something new every day. And I'm going to ask Roland. I assume Roland is somewhere around here.
Mm-hmm.
Roland, have you ever seen a vampire besides the one that was in the Artificer's Tower?
Yes.
Where?
Oh, right there. There's a few other ones. Yeah.
What? Whatever.
How are you still so nonchalant?
Who, me?
Not you.
Oh.
Me?
Carrick. All of us?
Who are you referring to?
You do realize that this one just signed a death sentence for you all.
No, we're not going to die. We can't. We got things to do.
I assure you, Keywin, we can all die.
Well, I know
don't
we can all die, but we're not going to.
You
Not
don't
yet.
know
We're going
them.
to... we're gonna stay alive for a real long time, Eclipse. I'm gonna see little gray hairs all over you eventually.
I do appreciate you opening up like that. And what you did. You're a good person.
We're already a bunch of condemned souls in here, so. And at least 2 of them would absolutely die for you.
The one kindness this one was trying to do was to spare you all.
Well,
Yeah, but we're
circumstances
friends,
change.
So friends stick by each other when things need to be done.
Friends.
Yeah.
I'd like to go
No
back to the
time
bar
for
and
'em?
ask for tea.
You like to go back where?
To the bar and ask for tea. I don't want wine.
Wait.
Do they wear socks where you're from?
Hmm? What's this mean?
Check your messages.
That's a face skin thing.
I was gonna say I finally got it. I love it.
That's amazing.
No, this conversation is for the open. But it seems our fates are intertwined at this point.
They have been for a while, my friend.
But no turning back now.
Nope.
And,
Now's the time for us to figure out how we're gonna handle this.
But if this one is going to be bound to you all, perhaps it's best if this one starts actually using your names. Since our fates are tied, regardless.
I would like that.
Is this
I come back with
acceptable?
tea.
The Bucket Brigade always looks the same.
Would the tall one be obliged to this as well?
Well, you can call me by my name, or you can keep calling me the tall one. Names don't really mean too much to me, but whatever makes you comfortable.
Yes, you can just
Thanks.
freely take other people's names. It's not a problem at all.
Where this one comes from, names hold significance. To refer to someone by name is not only a great honor, but also the highest sign of respect.
If you'd like to call me by my name, Eclipse, I would be honored. Technically, though, I don't have a name, as my brother just so eloquently brought up.
God, you're such a pushover. I was just kidding. Are we leaving? Are we staying? I don't know what we're doing. I'd like to get drunk and walk out the door.
I believe there was a blacksmith we were going to talk to.
I'll meet you all by the car then. And Roland walks out.
But Eclipse, I don't want you to feel like you're bound to us in a way that you wouldn't. And then her face changes and her eyes go to Baxter. The orc lady, don't listen to her. You're absolutely bound to us. You cannot leave. No.
Yeah, this one had no intention of leaving you anytime soon.
Good. It's not allowed. And she goes to take your arm, clings to you a little bit.
Nafako, Gariel, Kiwen, Kirik. This one was to be bound to any other souls. This one could not choose any others.
Here, here.
Cheers with my teacup. My brother's acting real strange.
I can relate to this. This is a joke. LOL.
Well, should probably not waste much time.
I mean, it's like the morning time, right?
True.
Yes, but with our new threat on the doorstep, time is precious.
Of course. Well, and I'm gonna finish my tea, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll head to the thing that moves. What were we calling it? That big thing that we're in?
The honka truck.
Calling it that, like in the game.
That's a good point. I don't think we've said that in
We
character.
know
We
it?
did say honka truck.
Oh, we did. I said it earlier. Honka truck.
I said
No,
it
but
too.
like, what do these words mean in this world?
When I push the horn, there's a horn and it says honk honk, and so honka, and then it trucks along.
Yeah, but
Funny enough, you
truck-
used the exact same logic I was just about to use.
No,
Somebody
that
said
makes
they
sense.
like Good Buddies mobile, but
Trucks along is a thing because trucks move forward. Trucks don't exist in this world, technically, right?
Truck?
Well, is there still a truck type bed? Like, I imagine the word truck, existed before cars.
And
No,
mechanized
I think it
engines
came
truck.
around when Ford was a thing.
Some
can
chat,
do
go
that.
Google that. Get back
Yes,
to us.
someone
Let's
Google
focus
this
on the
for
game.
us.
Anyways, I'm gonna go just while you guys finish up. I'm
Oh.
just gonna go see.
It dates from the
if,
18th century.
Which is
It's denoting a solid wheel, perhaps short for truckle, and since wheel pulley, since a wheeled vehicle from the 18th century.
okay.
So
So we're
technically a little bit
we're a
late
little
for,
before that.
Yeah, technically late for medieval Renaissance.
Yeah, but
fantasy,
they're
this
wheeled
is a
vehicles,
fantasy
it's fine.
world. Time has no meaning.
We're in a magical world. Like, there are things.
Hashtag
exists.
magic.
It exists. So, yeah. So
I am heading to go see my brother while you guys finish up your drinks.
Okay.
Plus, we speak like 12 languages between us. One of them has a word that's truck that's
Yeah.
appropriate. There you go.
Sure.
there you go.
Yeah,
So
you
as
can-
the four of you finishing drinks and going to find the blacksmith, and Kiwan goes to follow her awkward brother, we're gonna take a break. Go ahead and enter a raffle in the chat. I'm not wearing the right shirt, but these are the guys who make the shirt. It's not the rainbow dye; it's the graffiti one, I think. So go ahead and enter a raffle to enter that T-shirt giveaway. We'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes to pick up where we left off. And welcome back. Congratulations, Kalav. You won yourself a Let It Roll t-shirt.
He's
Go ahead
still
and hit
doing
me up with your email. And then I can do the things. I lost it. So, you've got to continue to do what you're doing. So you guys were drinking. 4 of you were going to
The blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's
Yeah.
walking in the snow. Keywin's
roll
going
it.
to her brother. Got it.
Which scene shall we resolve first?
The blacksmith is closer.
All right. Eclipse. And by the way, Nafako / Light has just been clinging to your arm since this.
Aw.
Ray wasn't letting me talk to you last night, but I remember. Was our brother's name Heat in the Sun? Heat of the Sun?
Yes. You remember.
And he used to pull my tail, and then I would pull his tail, and we would start chasing each other around. And then you would come in and you would be like, pull us apart, and you'd have to try and pretend to be the big strong brother, even though you're only 1 year older than like him and the only.
It's because you were always starting trouble. And you know that Heat, that short fuse of theirs, you kept pissing them off.
Oh well, I was the little sister, so that was my job, isn't it?
Even so.
She pulls your tail and starts running ahead.
Jeez. Maybe some things are best left in the past.
Are you following? She's looking to see if you're chasing her or not. I don't know where we're going, by the way.
The troublemaker should find their way to the blacksmith.
I like your sister.
Yes.
So as you all kind of find your way to the blacksmith, Kai, you get a look. And Eclipse.
Thank you.
But as you all arrive, you see the dwarf woman, as I can find it. She looks like she has a breastplate on, and she has like blue, almost like truffle, like kind of like fancy, like kind of like battle clothes on, right? She has like white sleeves, all very dressy and kind of ceremonial, but then she has like nice shiny armor on, and they're kind of taking things out and kind of loading up a horse cart.
Alaska?
Yeah. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy.
Hi, we're bringing a gift for you from Hector.
Hector?
Trevor?
I don't want anything he has. You have other business with me?
No, just he just wanted to see how you were doing,
Did he now?
and he knew that we were coming down this or up this way. Hadn't seen you in a long time or heard from you.
Yeah, he hasn't seen me in a long time because he chose his mother.
Yeah, so what's up with that? You don't
What's up
like
with
his
what?
mom? You don't like his
Mother's
mother?
racist. Why would I like her? She hates dwarves.
Oh. I thought that you hated orcs.
No, I just hate racists.
That makes sense.
This is for me?
Mm-hmm.
And in maybe a minute, she downs the whole bottle and then just tosses it back into her office and then starts loading things again.
So about the Azarium.
Oh, for Jesus. Azir, son of a... What about the Rosarium?
He
So
wants
you're saying
Well-
that he doesn't really care about me. He just wants his Rosarium. That's what you're saying to me?
No. Actually, he brought up the fact that he wanted to bring you a gift first, and that he missed you, and then
So he
it
duped you to dupe me.
happened.
Classic.
Hmm. Yeah. You know, I don't think he understood why you didn't
Yeah,
like
he
it.
doesn't understand much about women. Yeah, I understand that. Just so
Yeah.
damn handsome, and she just like throws a crate into the horse cart.
It seems like,
Like-
perhaps you missed this one too.
I love that you're still blind.
I like your hair. And she grabs another crate and just throws it into the cart. I'm fine. What do you mean? I look fine, don't I? I look fine?
Do you usually throw the crates with that much force? Because you weren't when we walked up, so that doesn't seem very fine.
Some pretty hefty orc walks by with like some of her stuff and goes to like put it into the crate, put it into the cart, and kind of drops it. And he quickly like looks at her and then starts picking stuff up. And then she grabs him like as high as she can grab him, like by the collar, and pulls him down. If you break any of my stuff, so help me God, or Ghoul, you'll be scared of me more than him. Get going. And she just yells at him and grabs another crate and gently puts it into the cart and looks at you all.
You are
At
very
least-
powerful.
Honestly,
You
at
just gotta
least-
know how to handle them. The men are weak. You just gotta know what strings to pull.
Well, maybe you
Or
should have done
Other
that.
things.
Maybe you should have used that tactic with Hector, and maybe he would have.
I did. That's how I got him. Apparently, his mom pulls harder than I do.
And we lost Solo. And he's back.
He's blushing.
Ow!
Yep, those words
You
just
did
came
this to
out of your
yourself.
mouth.
I did that all to myself.
Did it
That
to
was
yourself.
terrible.
Phrasing. The phrasing.
So crazy.
Wow.
And we're not even on vampires yet.
That's why we're always in it. You'd be prepared for vampires, but
Get your giggles out. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
To answer your question about the Rosarium, is our shipment stopped? It
Oh.
seems like the Duergar up in the mountain mines have killed all the dwarves, and we don't know what happened to all the Rosarium. So we have to send more people up there to mine the shit and bring it back down. But now we ain't got time. With this Vrigka, whatever, coming up from the south, we gotta deal with him now. So Rosarium's on hold for a while.
Oh, you think that might have been having something to do with the bigger picture that's going on? Yeah. So you're
Careful,
You're-
Cariel.
you're headed to Thundar, right?
Yeah, that's where we're going. I'm gonna be making arms and weapons, munitions, and all those things for these guys. Fixing all the shit that gets broken when they're fighting in the cold, and all the kinks and the chainmail and all that.
Oh, so I imagine you'd be heading through Travak.
Nope, we're going around.
Well, I mean, maybe if you did go through.
You know what, love? You can do me a favor. If you're really trying to play matchmaker here, you can do one or two things.
Mhm.
The order is regardless. One, you can go tell that chump that if he wants me, he can come find me, and you can tell him where I'm going to be. And two, you can kill his mother. Your choice. And she kind of like jumps up onto the horse cart. Sorry I couldn't be any more help. They got us moving out of here pretty quickly to get down there to build up defenses and all that. But if that lug does care about me in any way, he needs to get off his ass and do something about it.
Good.
His mom will be dead in a few years anyway, and I'll still be around. If he waits until his mom dies to come find me, I'm gonna kill him. You can tell him that too.
Fair enough.
This one hasn't been around on this world very long, but one thing that may be a word of wisdom: life is short, especially with impending threats.
Yeah,
Tell the ones
should
you
tell-
care about that you care about them.
I did. He's the one who stayed over there, so you should tell that fancy word stuff to him. I can't go see him now. I'm bound by this war. So if he wants to go down there, then he can move his ass over there. But I like you. And this one with the feather hair, she's pretty. But I will I'll see you all later. Yeah! And then she hits the horse and they go off. Woo! And she just takes off.
I don't think we should kill his mom.
No,
I think she was joking.
that one
I don't
is
think
far more likely to break the cargo than any of their crew.
Yeah. She was feisty. I can see why Hector liked her.
Definitely seemed their type.
So that seems kind of suspicious. Like maybe the mine was taken over and it's being mined for its magical purposes.
Could be possible.
Like it's tied in, it's connected.
This one had no idea that Fricka was going to be here personally, but admittedly knew that their reach extended this far. Could be possible they've been paving the way for a while.
So what do we do now? Do we head to Travak? Do we go to Thendar? Or Icemire? I'm not.
This Thendar, if it's a solid source of power, it's likely it could be a primary target for Fricka. Might be
Yeah.
best to make that our first stop.
Shouldn't. Nafiko comes back. But shouldn't we go to Travak first?
We would have to go through there to get to Thendar anyway.
He's on
Or-
the way.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Let's
good. Yeah.
load up then.
There, just we have some important side quests.
Is this about this stupid paper?
Look, Eclipse, it's very important, Janice.
And Hector needs to know he needs to go after his woman.
That's
Two
true too.
very important side quests.
And
We're very involved in these NPCs.
You know, this
And-
one spends all of this time worried about getting you lot killed. This one's not even the biggest threat to your lives.
When the
We
DM
are-
puts too much energy into the NPCs.
and don't
get-
forget,
we
we
get
probably
attacked.
should tell Gwendolyn that we, I mean, perhaps she's already heard, but we probably should, give our report about the note, the moon runes, and the whole thing.
Fine, we can be quick about it, but we shouldn't waste any time then. We should get going now.
It's on
Alright.
the way.
Agreed. Why are we not leaving?
Let's go get Keywood and Roland and maybe grab some lunch for the road and go. We have very important things to do.
Okay. So while you all are having this conversation, Kiwin, you walk up on your brother who is trying to figure out how to open the side of the truck that he just can't figure it out at the moment.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. Why do you ask?
Because you're acting weird.
I haven't had wine in a while. I'm fine.
You're haven't had wine in a while. Why are you chugging wine? It's the morning.
It's a morning wine. It's a breakfast
It's
wine.
not a morning wine.
And
That doesn't make sense.
There's fruit in
It
it.
does. It's morning. It's got fruit in it. I've heard. Tastes yummy.
carrot rolls with a roadie.
Why are you drinking in the morning?
Well, let me see.
Mama would be upset about you.
I was
Yeah,
ripped
but
from
it
the
doesn't
swamp in my family, put into slavery, traversed regions of unknown cantor, flying through the snow and all these things, and put into a jail cell and made to do terrible things. Almost killed my sister. Shall I go on?
No, but gosh darn it, you could just talk to me about it. I'm here.
Why? What would you like to talk about? Luck to Carrick.
I would, if you're feeling upset, you can just say something, and I would
I'm saying
listen.
something now.
When
I just
I
said something.
ask. Just staring at him.
Kewin, I'm fine. Just
Can I
a little out of sorts.
insight check him?
Do you believe him? Yes, you can roll an insight.
I am very insightful. That is a 22. Are you deceiving me?
No. 22. He's telling the truth.
Don't believe you. I'd like to insight check the DM.
Sure. Roland has a plus 11 deception check.
Why is he deceiving me?
Well, now if he has a plus 11 deception check, that means he wouldn't have had to reroll.
I wasn't sure, so I wanted to be sure. I wasn't listening to her roll, so I rolled again. I wasted a luck to roll again.
You have a lot.
Wasted it.
Insight on whether or not the DM is feeding us a load of bull hockey on his stats.
I can show you.
It's fine.
Yeah. Roland. Nyko.
Criminy.
But you have a +0 to strength. That's important
Damn.
information.
Arms.
I have a
Yes.
-1
He wins.
strength, actually.
That's why you can't get the hunger truck open.
He's like, why is this not opening? Ah.
That's so heavy.
And a little kid walks up and just goes,
Sorry, that's hilarious.
Just gonna like squint my eyes at him.
how is he
Want
so
to get
big with no strength?
This door open, for God's sake. And he's stumbling around a little bit, and he kind of hits it, and the door opens, and you start to hear music playing, and Elskan has got, like, food on him, and he's, like,
Oh my God.
dancing, and he's like,
Elskan,
what?
what are you doing? Where are you getting this food from?
From boxes?
Wait a minute.
This is
Which
not
one?
our food.
There's no one standing by them. I asked. I said, is this anyone's food? Well, it was more like, is this anyone's food? Anyone? Anyone at all? No. Invisible.
All right.
Puberty
Well.
my ass.
Oh, did he actually not go through puberty? Is he just lying?
No, he did. He did.
Everyone lied to Keelan.
He's just mischievous, is all he is.
Yeah. All right. Well, Roland, I just wish you'd be truthful with me.
Are you talking
I
to
know
me
I'm not-
or your pet?
I said Roland.
I didn't hear you.
This is my companion, not a pet.
Are you betrothed now?
No, but there is a guy I like. He's not here though. He's
I,
outside.
la, 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 la. And he just walks into the truck and goes into his rack. I'm not hearing this. I'm not hearing this.
I'm gonna go just like sit right next to him and tell him all about Knack.
Can you
Gosh darn it! He's always casting spells on me.
can you can you make a charisma save for me?
Yeah, I can. That's a dirty 20.
Luck.
That is a 17.
Another luck.
Are you serious? I am so offended.
This is what happens when the chat gives the DM.
This
too
is what
much
luck is for, guys. This is what luck is for.
14.
14 fails. He casts friends on you. Would you please just go over there, just for a minute?
But we're friends.
I know. I just for a minute. Really, it's really just a minute. I just need a minute of something.
Fine.
So you go to the front of the truck. You come back and he's gone.
Like gone, or just invisible?
You don't know. The door hasn't opened again, so he's still in the truck somewhere.
Where was he in the truck?
He was in his bed. There's like I said, there's like 6 beds.
I'm gonna get in his bed.
No, there's no one in there.
Okay, just gonna lay there.
Okay.
Talk
Smells
to
fine.
Elscon. I'll
Okay.
use prestidigitate, or not press. I'll use thaumaturgy to create wind to blow whatever weird smell he's left.
That's fine. So as this interesting situation unfolds, you all finally get back to the truck. Oh no, yeah, you're going to the truck because you're going to whatever, right?
On the way to the truck, I was gonna see if I'm looking around and seeing anybody familiar, like all of the refugees that have been coming in and whatnot.
Yeah, you can make a perception check. There's like a little encampment area.
Uh, 14.
When the DM tells you yes, roll a luck. 14. You're looking around, and you don't see anybody familiar, and you're almost to the gate. And there's a couple of people that are like bent over, like picking up stuff, and one of them picks up a crate and sets it down, and another one picks up a crate and reveals that it is Teuton.
He's
Just
picking up a crate.
stuff and, yeah, he's picking up a crate and just helping load up things for people.
Teuton?
Oh yeah. What are you doing here? He
Uh,
just runs and gives you a giant hug.
Hi. We didn't. It's a long story. Samanji's not here.
No.
We got.
No,
we got
she's not.
Have you spoken with her?
She sent me one of those spells in your brain
Yes.
a little while ago, saying that she was safe and part
Yeah.
of some resistance in Hylac.
Yes. Yeah, we got separated. I've been.
I'm glad you're
searching.
okay though.
Were you in that tower?
Yes, I was. Wait, were you the ones who helped destroy all that?
That was mostly Eclipse here.
Well, you saved our lives. And once he says that out loud, like the herd of people, most of them didn't see you guys because a lot of them were like in crazy other compartments, and can only see like, they're like looking like, oh, there's something going on over there. Oh, that blue one did something cool. Like they're kind of looking at that, but they're all exhausted and everything else. And they all just come and start shaking all your hands, and you're getting hugs. And there are like, not like super little children, like 7-10-year-olds, that were taken there as well because they possess magical stuff. So like you're getting a lot of small people and normal adults and everything. Everyone's just kind of hugging and just holding and all these things. Just saying thank you.
We were just doing what we could to help.
Well, you helped all these people. This is enough for me.
I'm sorry everything didn't quite go as planned, but I'm glad you're okay.
Something you'll realize one day, Cariel. Everything goes exactly as planned. Just because if it's not what you think is planned does not mean that it's not your plan. I've done a lot of good here since I've been freed and been able to help these people. I'm actually going to help do a better job with the furs that they're using out here. It seems they're doing some strange things with furs I wouldn't assume.
Yes.
But yes, I'm going to be helping them just do a better job with skinning any of the creatures and things that they kill, so then the fur goes further. And there's ways you can insulate it and all these things. And he kind of goes on for like 10 minutes and just gets lost in leathers and fur knowledge. There's ways to insulate it to make it like a lot thicker. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we found your cart before we went through this portal. Did you go through a portal?
Damn that cart. Yes, I thought I saw Samanji running into a cave. I knew better, but my mind was playing tricks on me. I left that damn cart there. There was so much shit in that cart. You didn't grab any of it, did you?
No.
It's like it was left there for you on purpose. You're heading somewhere cold.
The DM told us multiple times about it, and we ignored.
Like, you sure you're not going in the car? Looking.
In what realms would we have known that we were about to get transported somewhere cold?
This one kind of knew, but no one else really knew. Today is just shade day.
He might have given me some spoilers the day of.
I did. I didn't want to check in with everybody. So I wanted to check in with at least one person to see if it would be okay or too jolting to go from your current area to this now snow area as quickly. And I'm hoping everyone's enjoying it.
Well,
it's too late now, but whatever.
Did you have a run-in with these human people that the ones that were attacking the town? Did you have a run-in with them?
The white cloaks?
Yes.
Yes, those are the ones who grabbed me once we got to where we were going.
You didn't happen to hear anything, what they're planning or what they were doing?
No, they just kept talking about finding more people who possess magic and trying to do something with them.
Did you hear anything from the artificer himself?
Not as much as I wish I had. I mean, I was one of the more competent people that were paying attention. A lot of people were very malnourished and everything else. But he was a very strange character. It's hard to say like what was going through his mind. Yes, it was very hard either way. To just, he kept talking to himself a lot. He kept saying, "This is what they want. This is," like he kept talking in almost like third person. It was strange.
Was this at all clear? Like, did you hear anything?
What do you mean?
Well, this is what they want. What did what this
Well,
did.
just I think about the whole thing. He was talking about the different things he was building and extracting magic or building something big. Anti-yawn machines, maybe. I can't remember. I'm full of shade today, guys. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Well, glad that everyone made it out okay.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Are you headed out with everybody?
Right now, no. I'm staying here in the town to help with any of the preparations they need here.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. And
Me too.
do you have any plans to go back, or
At
just?
some point, as long as Samanji is safe, there's no reason for me to go back.
Yeah. I'm glad you're well. But and thank you for what you're doing here.
Thank you. Well, I must get going. So please, all of you, be safe with whatever your endeavor takes you, and we'll see if our paths cross again.
Cariel.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. For what?
This one's no hero.
What are you talking about?
This one was only in it for their own selfish means with the Artificer.
You say that, but you saved so many people.
No.
You almost died.
This one almost killed all those people. Could not see past their rage. Almost did something stupid.
Well, it all worked out, and maybe this can be an eye-opener for you to work on that, I guess.
This one doesn't ever want their actions to be the cause of any of this one's friends to lose the ones they care about.
Well, you know, we all made it out okay, and all these people are alive and safe now, so we can just move past it. You don't have to dwell on that. Just use it and remember it for next time.
Even so.
Are you still Nafiko?
You see amber brown eyes looking at Eclipse, but she liked your advice.
Oh, that's right. You were light. Okay.
Yeah, I was light. And I think Nafiko, I haven't been announcing it, but yeah, Nafiko I think was the last one who spoke. Probably.
I mean, it would make sense
to.
for us to not always notice who's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes change though. I've been.
Yeah, that's true. But Light and Nafika have the same eyes. They are the only two that share. Yeah.
Right.
But Amber Brown is the orc, the old lady. We all did see what we all saw what you did. We all have our own thoughts and opinions on what went down. But Kyriel is right. She gave excellent advice. It's really about what you're going to do now. You are lucky that the worst didn't happen. All of us are lucky that the worst didn't happen. And I think it would make a number of people in here very happy if you never did anything like that again.
Well, this one only has one person left on their list. But this one doesn't know if they have the strength to make that one happen.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't think we had the strength to take down Retzikor. I mean, that was pretty impressive, really. I really didn't expect that. I mean, what the and just the everything. Oh, it was brutal. But you just took him right out.
This one had the power of their rage to face the Artificer. Against Vrigka. This one's not even sure they can face them.
Well, maybe next time. Don't face him alone.
Yeah, now you have all of us.
And maybe Orgul's army too. Who knows? It sounds like take a lot.
In either case, we're losing daylight.
Are you ready to leave, Kyriel?
We said our goodbyes. I'd only met him once, but I knew he was family to Samanji. Like, just to be clear, I knew him, but I did not know him. Like,
yeah. It's not like
no,
a painful.
no enough to
close
care
friend.
that he's alive.
yes, and that he's important to my friend. Who?
Yeah, he gave you a hug and bid you farewell and continued helping the people with. Because a lot of the people who aren't from these towns and have no interest in going anywhere else are moving into some of the homes that were vacant in either of the towns. And then there's like a batch of people that are going back to Northfell. But you all meet back up. Kiwin is lying in Roland's bed. Elskan is kind of dancing around and then waves at you all. What do you guys want to do?
I see you found the music function.
Yeah, Elskan did.
Yes, the machine it's very intuitive, kind of. You know, you tell it something, and if it can do it, it does it. It's very interesting.
Have you been eating through our rations?
No, I have not been eating through our rations.
It smells like a teenager's bedroom in here.
That's
He
Kiwin.
took food from somewhere else. He found it.
It was just lying around.
He provided himself food.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
From the rations for all of the people that...
It's not like you went hunting for it.
I mean, I kind of went hunting. It's very scary out there.
Right. You caught that box and ripped it open.
I did. Oh,
Yeah.
Kiwin, look. And he points to the pot. I have no fucking idea what pepper plants look like, but there's like a beginnings of a pepper plant.
It looks like a sprout.
Yeah, just sprout.
Yeah.
No sprout.
Oh my goodness gracious, that was quick, right?
I did good, right?
You did. I'm just gonna give him a hug.
I can't wait for him to eat the peppers.
He can't wait either.
Eclipse very gently pokes one of the sprouts with the tip of his claw, like not enough to damage it, but just to like touch it.
Careful.
It's a little living thing. And then as you
I'm
do
gonna
that,
talk to it.
okay, so talk to it.
Oh, look at the face. That's the GW wants to talk to the bird face.
I'm like, well, hi there, you little thing. You're gonna grow up to be real tasty, I think. You're doing so good.
Here it comes. Fuck off. Go away.
Oh my god, is it gonna talk back to me? I'm gonna freak out. I have advantage, but that would be an 18.
Okay.
So 18.
18. You kind of feel this like almost like a gentle wind coming from the direction of the plant, and the plant moves a little bit, and you hear, "Yes, I will be tasty."
Is this out loud?
Yeah, you all hear it.
I'm gonna look at Eclipse because I assume he's right next to me. Eclipse, did you
What
hear that?
the fuck?
And as you look at Eclipse and you look back at the plant, instantly in the back of that shelving cabinet, Roland pops up and his face is right there. And he's like, "Gah!"
I was about to say, you're like gonna like terrorize all the vegetarians and vegans out there with the talking.
Kewen passes out.
Kewen passes out?
Yeah.
Roland carefully climbs, because this was like a deep shelf, but Elskan just put it like in the front of the shelf, so there was room for a Fearbold to kind of be hiding. So he kind of climbs out slowly. Do you all want to draw something on her face, or would you like me to do it?
Oh my god.
I'm kidding.
Are you, young man?
He's my brother.
No, but by your looks, I'm not going to do anything. He picks her up and puts her in her bed.
Mm-hmm.
You're no fun.
Yeah.
Kewen, wake up! The plants were talking to you. Can you believe it?
I know! They've never talked back to me before, Roland.
I really think that you're channeling something divine. It's amazing.
Eclipse, give me a piece of rope so we can just tie him up to walk behind.
No, he's full of shit. You don't even have to roll for that. The second that you wake up, you're like, "Oh my god, yes, they talked to me." But then as you're coming to, you're like, "No, motherfucker, I saw you scare me." Like, yeah.
Well, she wouldn't say that. But
We're
Well,
working up to it.
she always says things like "motherfucker."
Motherfucker.
So I assume Kyriel is driving at this point.
Yes, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
like,
We're on our way.
Stop playing around with me. I really thought that plant was talking. And you scared Eclipse too.
I mean, he looks fine.
What are you talking about? This one wasn't scared.
I think we have two of them. That
Is your
can
hair
follow
still sticking
behind.
up?
Oh yeah.
Are you hanging upside down on the ceiling?
Insight check.
It's like close.
Oh my god.
Now I feel like I have 3 brothers around.
So you drive for about 2 hours or so, and you kind of get on approach to Travak. Word has been sent about y'all in this vehicle. The gates open up, and you guys drive in. There is relatively a good spot for you guys to park. You are now in the city of Travak.
All right, Nautico, are you ready to go see Janice? I think she's gonna be really excited for this book.
I am so excited. I've never been more excited to do anything in my life.
Roland, do you want to meet the nicest old lady you've ever met in your entire life?
Not really, no.
Well, then he doesn't deserve it. Let's go, Kewen.
All right, Elfcon,
Carrick really needs a drinking buddy. So I'm just gonna go with him, if that's fine.
You need to
But are
not
you?
drink so much. You drink too much. You've been drinking all day.
Carrick, do you hear something? It feels weird. I feel like someone's calling us to the tavern.
Some sort of like bug or something. It just keeps.
Carrick!
Oh, come on, kid, really?
Friendship bracelet.
Yes, and thank you for showing
Full-grown
your
man.
friendship. Oh, Kiwi, that's really
Full-grown
pretty. Can
dragon
I see
man.
it?
I can handle myself.
That's a bracelet that Carrick has, yes?
Yes. I'm just gonna hold up my wrist.
He kind of takes it off and he's looking at it. Oh, this is really pretty. We're friends now. Carrick, let's go. And then he runs off towards the tower.
What do you want,
I'm kidding,
kid?
I'm kidding. Here. Take it. I'm kidding. I'm still friends with Carrick. Let's go. And he runs towards the tavern.
Now, is he really going to the tavern this time, or is he secretly going to follow us?
You don't know that.
Someone filled me in on the way.
Carrick, eyes to the wind.
All right. Whatever, brother. You're.
Let's focus on people who aren't being weird, like Janice. She's the least weird person we've ever met.
She's not secretly a murderer with dead bodies in her basement or the big bad in any way.
And you haven't checked your basement, so you don't know that.
Kewan, I don't know why, but when you said this, I got very scared all of a sudden.
I didn't say that. That was Diane. All right, let's go.
So, Kai and Eclipse, are you going with Kiwin and Nafako?
Do you two want to? Janice is our special friend. I got it. It's too much for you to come in now.
That was all their thing.
Can we trust
So
them
what are you
on
two
their own?
doing?
What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
It's kind of over there by her house.
Fax wants me to say that there's more supervision than the last time we went out.
I am putting Elsgon back in the necklace so no one tries to kill him.
This is only slightly
Although he's
reassuring.
in other towns, but I guess this is different. Whatever.
I mean,
Yeah, nobody else. That's fine, but nobody else can get in the car unless Kai says it's okay. So technically, he's safe. Well, I guess he could always get out. Never mind. So yeah,
He
that's
did
fine.
get out and then he went and stole
Trust-
food.
Can't trust
borrowed it.
Elsgon on his own. He borrowed it. Is he gonna vomit it up? Like.
Yes.
He's gonna poop it out eventually.
Here you go. This is fertilizer for your food. Yes, here.
All right.
Right.
Genius.
So Kai and Eclipse, what are you two doing?
We were debating whether or not we could leave the kids on their own, but it sounds like we're not going with them.
Yeah.
We've been on our own before.
and nothing bad happened.
Nothing ever bad happened.
So are you all going with Carrick then to the tavern?
At least take Bird with you.
We have Elsgon. We have Tyvar.
At
I
least
think
take
that-
Bird with you.
It's Eclipse doesn't trust us. He wants a connection so that he can, keep eyes on us. It's okay.
We do, and I'll press on the button.
Oh,
It's
that's
a button, right?
Or it's
No, you don't even have to touch it. You can you think it, and then you can activate and talk to whoever you want to. That was the activation where people were just doing that, so then we knew that they were talking to each other, but you don't actually
How
have to do
far away are we from Andoria?
that. More than 5 miles. I mean, it took you 2 hours to get here driving at Hawkmobile speed.
The Honka truck?
I mean, I could still talk to him, but I won't.
Okay.
Very well. They make good points. They can certainly be trusted on their own.
Okay.
Immediately, the instant that they are out of earshot and eyesight, Eclipse sends Bird after them.
Okay.
Good idea.
Okay. So where are you two going while they're going to Janice?
Do you want to go to the tavern or do you want to go to the blacksmith? Or do you want to go to see, I don't know, is Gwendolyn here?
Yeah, Gwendolyn be here. Glim is here. Those other people. Hector is here.
We should,
God, Gwen.
we should
Jalel
probably...
is here.
Glim.
Oh yes, this is true. We do owe this Glim a visit, don't we?
I think Carrick would... maybe not. You think Kara could want to go too?
Perhaps. But then
Maybe.
again, the Dragonborn does enjoy their drink.
Yep. Okay.
We can go pay
you could
Grim a
ask
visit and then tell them about it later.
Yeah, it might be better if Kiwin's not there.
That's where we're going.
Glim?
You can remotely ask him.
Oh yes.
Good.
Good.
Okay, so Carrick and Roland get to the tavern and start to drink. Eclipse and Kai are heading towards the general store, the Broken Duck, to talk to Glim. You two will get to Janice first, so you get to Janice's house.
Knock, 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 knock.
You did the motion. She knocked on the table, and my mind exploded. I was like, "How did you do this?"
The timing was perfect. Wonderful.
Oh my god!
It's because Kiwin and Navigo are on the same level.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a
there's no
dangerous
answer.
realization.
Soon Kiwin will become absorbed into the amalgamation.
Oh no!
No, that's not how that works.
Oh wow! Wow!
That
No,
sounds
no,
even more horrifying.
She looks like
That
a
would be
Nafago
horrifying.
comes back and there's no Kiwin, and then you just hear like, "Howdy, y'all!" out of Nafago.
That would be terrible. That won't happen. We killed him. I'm sure he's dead. It won't come back. Okay.
All right, so you
Oh,
knock on the door.
Janice!
Yes.
You knock on the door. There's no answer.
Knock, knock.
Is it? I'm gonna cast sending to her.
Okay.
Don't you do this to us?
We will raise the dead. We will find a diamond.
Hey there, Janice. We're outside of your house. We have your book. If you're around, we'd love to have tea with you.
So is there a response? He's thinking really hard. He's reading something.
What are you looking up? What are you looking up?
The suspense is terrible. This is the most important quest, as we said.
You don't hear a response back.
Motherfucker.
I'd like to look if to any of her neighbors or anyone nearby if there's anyone walking before I just like walk. No one's around.
No one's there. No.
Is the door locked?
Oh, you can check it.
Yeah, I'm like
It's not locked.
in I go.
Okay.
Me too.
Can you make a deck save for me?
Gosh, what the fuck is happening?
Me too.
Yeah, please.
And don't forget to
No,
add
no,
plus
no,
4
no.
because we're.
Just Kiwin.
Oh,
Just
okay.
Kiwin. Because she's the first one in the door.
If I add plus 4, it's 22.
22. Okay. So as you go to swing the door open, you hear a ah! And on the ground you see Janice holding her head.
I am running up to her, and I am going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level
Okay.
for 17 healing. I'm sure that heals her 3 times over.
She had 1 hit point left. She had 1 hit point left.
Jesus
No,
Christ,
no.
why are you doing this to me?
Oh, Kiwin! Hello! I heard your message and I was coming to the door as quickly as possible. What happened?
Oh,
Blacked
gosh
out for a
darn it.
second.
Gosh darn it, Janice. You could respond to my message. I thought something terrible had happened
You
to
didn't
you.
tell me I could. I just thought it was something in my head.
You've responded last time.
Did I? I
You
can't
did.
remember anymore. I just woke up from a nap. I'm sorry, I was confused.
Oh,
okay.
That's okay. We're just.
Well,
we're-
I'm gonna usher her to the chair, and I'm gonna bring out the book.
No!
It's all for you. I'm gonna give it to her. I'm like, I'm gonna make some tea, and then I'm gonna go and make tea while Nafiko sits with her.
I never casted any spells to see if that book was okay.
As you're sitting with her, Nafiko, she's like, and just like flip, like just plowing through this book.
I feel like Fax has an internal running commentary of like, I hope I'm not gonna be like that when I'm old. Nope.
Kill me, please. Someone kill me. I don't want to be there. Someone hit me with a truck. What? I can imagine Nafiko being like, shut up.
Hey, as I'm
Hunker truck.
as I'm making tea,
Mm.
I just want to cast detect magic just because I'm curious.
Sure.
Making tea? Oh.
The teapot is magical. There's several other random things in the house that are magical, like her bowl and spoon, for her soup is magical. The chair that she's sitting on is actually magical. And there's a couple other like rando things in the house that are just giving off a little magical ping.
Is the book?
No, the book does not give off magical.
I'll bring her tea.
Oh, thank you. She sets it down.
You're reading quite fast.
Thank you.
She's been waiting for this one for a long time. We
Very
understand.
long, very, very long. Oh. And she just keeps reading.
Watch me speed read. Woo!
Meta, it is a chair of speed reading.
Oh, wow.
A chair of speed reading.
Chair of speed reading.
That's canon. But yeah, she's just like plowing through this book.
No wonder she got through all those stories so quickly.
Well, she reads them almost every day because she forgets, and then she reads them again.
Aw,
That's right. Yeah, she was talking about how it's great. She just
goodness.
forgets the twist.
Oh, I knew it. So how are you?
Well, we almost died, but we didn't.
A few times.
Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad you're here. Did you all have tea? Should I go make some tea for you? Oh,
No, we have tea right here. We have tea right here. Yeah.
See, I made it already. Look at that.
Oh, you are just
Mhm.
you're on it. You're on it today.
Thank you so much for letting us join you for tea. It's so lovely to see you.
Oh, it's been lovely to have you as well. How long have you been here? It's so nice to have you. Do you have to go already? I don't want you to leave yet.
Oh,
I don't
Then
want
we
to leave ever.
oh, I think we could hang out for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'm sure the others
Oh,
will.
it's lovely.
Mhm.
Could one of you darlings please go to the basement and grab I have a crate down there. Could you get that
I can
for
do
me?
that. I'm quite strong.
Okay. Oh, thank you. It's right there. The door's right there. Just watch your step. Be careful.
Of course. And I walk down into the basement, which I'm sure is very normal.
It's very dark.
Okay, I have dark vision. Thanks, light. Yeah.
Keelan doesn't care. Diane's freaking out.
Is there anything of note in the basement?
Give me a perception check.
There's just literal bits everywhere.
Oh,
What?
God, it was almost a one again.
You're right.
20. That was almost a 20.
The show's almost getting late. I'll roll one more time. Let's see. Rit.
oh my goodness.
There are
Bits.
bits in the
I don't know.
basement.
Basement bits?
I feel like I gotta go one more time. Someone else. There we go. All right, 18.
Wow, you're negative.
I'd be at -1.
So you get down to the bottom, and at first your eyes are trying to adjust, and you kind of make a misstep, and you can't see anything, and then you get a little further down, and it's a very gloomy, dark place, and you see all these weird things on the ground. You see shelves of stuff, and there's like this weird noise, and as you get closer, you kind of rub your eyes and you look, and there's like an open window down here, and it's like there's like a bag that's kind of just scraping against the shelf. You're like, oh, it's fine. And you go down a little bit further, and you're looking for this crate that she described to you, and you don't see it, and it's around the corner. So then you go around the corner, and immediately you see this very, very tall figure with this very gnarly face. It looks at you, and you're like, ah! And you kind of startle back, and you rub your eyes again. And then you look again, and it's like a giant mannequin that has some weird, ugly sweater on it, and there's like something that was just draped over the face. And at first, it looked like it was some monstrous figure, but it wasn't. And then you finally find the crate, and it's got some dishes and some bags of tea that she was asking for.
Well, seems fine. Totally worth the luck. Yep. Good.
And that was just me going through all of your different perception checks. Yeah. So yeah, you get it. It's fine. There's nothing better.
Okay. Great.
Nothing creepier than an old lady with some bits in her basement.
It's a big basement. So you grab the crate that she was looking for, and you bring it upstairs. And she, thank you. You just put it right over there. That's perfect. I usually don't go down there because of all the bits. But
the bits.
Like the bits and bits and all the things. There's always things down there.
Bits! Ah! I'm having a heart attack.
Yes, it's a trigger word, really. But yes, it's been lovely to have all of you here. It's don't get guests very often.
Aww.
You don't?
No, not really.
But we'll be sure to come back whenever we can.
I mean, yeah, whenever we're around, we'll come have some tea with you.
Well, that's good. Usually when people come and they come and they don't have the tea, and then they never leave, and then that's fine. But then I never get any more guests, and it's always weird.
Huh?
They never leave?
What? No. I mean, they never come because they don't have tea. They don't like tea. That's what I said.
No, that's not what you said. But maybe you were just confused. Inside check.
I'm sure you're just confused.
You can roll an insight check if you want.
I want to roll an insight check, yeah. My passive insight is 17. That's a luck roll.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. She said what she said. 18. Yeah, she said what she said, and then
They come and they never leave.
yes.
No, but what do you mean? We're your good friends. Who comes?
I mean, we got you your book, right, Janice?
Yes, you did. It's very lovely. Yeah. Thank you very much for my book. I'm gonna probably start back in the beginning and be able to read it all over again.
Yeah, but what did you mean when you said the guests come and then they never leave?
Well, they just get really chatty and then they want to talk about all these things, and I'm like, you just have the tea. If you drink the tea, and then things will be just calm and fine, and then you can have a conversation, then you leave. But if you don't have tea, then there's no task to complete, and then they don't leave.
I'm suspicious of this tea I've drank multiple times all of a sudden. And the teapot is magical. But I know because I did detect
You
that.
ever just
so
look
I
at
would
your
know the
hand, man?
I would know the type of magic that the teapot was.
Isn't that identify? That's not detect magic, right?
No, detect magic shows you the school.
The school.
I
Not what it does, but you know, if it was. Can I? I don't know.
But so what you're just saying is that it's their visits aren't time bound, so they just overstay their welcome.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Do I believe her?
You can roll another insight check if you want.
How big is her house?
17.
It's big? Is there like an upstairs?
She's telling the truth. Yeah, there is an upstairs. So first floor and upstairs, and then there's a basement.
Someone's just making us suspicious of this old lady to mess with us for fun. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
She's saying that people are coming and they're never leaving. So where are they going?
I think it was just
It's a figure of speech stuff.
Yeah, it's a hyperbolic statement, you know.
Yes, whatever that means.
Just an exaggeration.
But I'm going to start this new series, a series of books about wizards in this college somewhere. It looks very interesting.
Oh, is there
Play
lots
these
of
games,
romance?
It's fun, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's all weird romances, yes. It's always interesting with all the sneakiness that's going on. Yes, it's always fun. Always fun.
I want to do hidden step and use all of my movement to try and get upstairs.
Sure. You get upstairs.
I just want to.
And she continues talking to Nafko.
Just want to look around.
Okay, so you look around and you find the main bedroom, and it's all neat and tidy. Then there's pictures like art, like drawn kind of paintings of her and another you can assume it'd be like her husband. And then you find another picture of her and maybe another husband or maybe a son or something. But you find like 3 different portraits of her and another male figure. And you check in another room, and it looks like it's like a kid's room, maybe. Like it never changed from whenever a kid left the house or whatever. But all seems normal.
Yeah, I don't know how normal like the multiple portraits are. I feel like they came and they never left. Anyways. I'll go back downstairs.
Fairly old, could have had multiple, husbands.
No, sure. Unless if she's like some black widow or whatever.
Solo is just cackling because he's made this.
No, I know.
But look at his face.
I'm taking the bait.
Mm-hmm. It is more fun to take the bait, to be fair.
It is.
It is.
Well, it's lovely that you all are here as usual. You stay as long as you wish. If you like to make more tea, we can have more tea. At some point, I'll make a roast or something. But I'm just happy sitting in my chair and reading my books.
We should probably catch up with our friends soon. I wonder what they're doing.
Yeah.
So we'll fast forward to.
Let me tell you a few things about Urkel Bay.
Carrick and Roland are.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Carrick and Roland are having nice drinks. Eclipse and Kai, you guys get to Clem's store.
I'm pretty sure at this point they've already moved on to the cheap stuff based on that reaction right there. But anyways.
Yeah. He's being loose-lipped. Loose-lipped is not a good thing when he knows all the things he knows.
Yeah, so, Eclipse and Kyriel make their way to Glim's shop.
Hey, you're back. Welcome back. Did you find my brother?
Yes, indeed. And we have a bone to pick with this one.
You talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
So pick your bones.
A payment was promised that was never received.
Didn't I give you half payment up front and you get the rest of it when you got there?
Seems like this was a one-sided communication.
Clark.
No, it wasn't one-sided. I pay for half of his stupid shipment. He pays for the other half. That's the deal.
That's not what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And you bought it? Really?
And by the way,
He didn't pay you?
So, by the way, you never told us what a troublemaker he was.
If I did, would you go do the job?
Are you going to pay us what he owes us?
Did you answer the question I just asked? Did he already pay you?
Did you answer my question?
No, I am not paying you what he is supposed to pay you.
That's not what I asked.
Now I'm confused.
Are you going to pay us?
I already said no. I already paid you your half. My
Yeah,
half.
but you didn't pay us our other half.
No, Clark is supposed to pay the other half.
Oh, but no, you're supposed to pay us the other half. That's what he said.
And he lied to you. So you have to go back there to get your half.
You see, that's the problem.
We've already made the round trip. And now you're wanting us to work a second job to get the payments that was promised to us.
I mean, I gave you the very clear instructions that I give you half and he pays the other half. So
Yes, clear
you didn't get
instructions
paid
that
from
were
Clark.
not communicated to the delivery. So there is still a debt to be paid.
Even though you're trying to avert the question the DM is asking, you still have to roll a deception check.
And another thing, you said that you did not have any, kind of steeds. And then you sent us to Hector to get the axe beaks, but that's not true either, is it?
That was a 22 on deception.
Ha!
22. Luck. Luck.
Oh my god.
You can re-roll that one.
When you give so many luck to the DM, It's just luck and luck and luck.
Last one. Fuck it.
Luck that again.
God damn it.
There we go.
Keelan is at Janice's, like, upset that there's so much lying happening.
Your ears ringing like.
Yeah, no, I'm
oh.
just like my paladin heart.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any steeds. Like the gift I gave Kiwin was some weird gift that someone gave me, but I don't have like steeds for people to buy.
Did you know what it did?
Kind of. Someone said it turned something into something that you could use in the snow.
Yeah, it did.
Oh. Oh,
She
she
used
enjoys it.
She used it.
If you would rather prolong the payments that it owed us, we can always bring them back here. We know how much you enjoyed the last conversation.
I'd love a conversation with Kiwin. But the fact that you said that she used it means that she said the word. That's all I really needed. And you see a very like big gnome, toothy smile. Well, I don't believe you, but I don't not believe you. So I'll pay you what my brother was supposed to pay you. And if you're lying, then you'll just live with that guilt for the rest of your life. And he hands you, what was it, 3?
Sure.
300?
Yeah, it was 300 gold.
Yeah.
You know what's going to be interesting? Because Keelan was going to go and talk to Glim and thank him for the trinket. And I just wonder if this is going to come up.
It's entirely possible.
So, you all finish the conversation and then leave the shop. Are you two still at Janice's, or are you heading back towards the tavern to meet up with friends?
I think
Yeah.
we would have left.
Okay. So you all leave Janice's and head back towards the tavern. Carrick, and I'll roll one for Roland. It seems like people are kind of rushing out of the tavern in a weird way. Like people are talking and what? And they all kind of like look like they run outside of the tavern. Everyone else give me a perception check.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah, you can give me a number. You can give me one.
That's much better.
Here's my sexy new dice.
30.
Oh, I'll use the luck.
Oh!
I used the luck and it got even worse.
Woof.
Well,
That's
there you go.
amazing. That's
I see nothing.
22 for Eclipse. Crit happens.
22 for Eclipse. Great.
It happened.
30-20 for Keywin.
14.
14. Okay. Why is Sirenscape being super dumb? That sucks. Sorry.
I hear footsteps.
Yeah, I didn't want that music anymore.
I don't hear music, just footsteps.
Is that better?
Grandfather's footsteps. It's like wind and footsteps.
I mostly just hear the wind.
Sirenscape stopped working on this computer and is freaking out on the other one.
Right.
Anyway, so Carrick, what are you guys doing inside the tavern?
Just getting smashed, having a good time.
But you're seeing people rush out. You're just ignoring them.
I have no idea what's going on with them. I'm busy talking to.
Sure. So Roland is like, oh, I wonder what's going on.
What?
I'm gonna go take a look. It looks like there's something happening outside. And then Roland gets up and
Hold on a
walks up.
second. And I'll start following behind him.
Okay, so as you all kind of start to convene in that center quarter, you guys kind of slowly walk out of the tavern. Kiwin and Nafiko, you're walking up to your friends. Kai and Eclipse, you're kind of walking up from the other way. And you see everyone, they're all kind of looking up. And there's this huge explosion inside of the mountain to the north. And you're watching almost like volcanic, where all this debris of snow and rock has just exploded from the mountainside. And all of a sudden, it's middle of the day, but it looks like the very little sunlight that is coming down through the clouds is clouded by this darkness as all this smoke and everything kind of explodes out of the mountainside. And it looks like the clouds and everything are covered up with this darkness. And as you keep looking at this darkness, the darkness seems to not cover up the entire sky anymore. And it gets smaller and smaller, but still very large, as this shape comes swooping down from the clouds, wingspan larger than the entire town. You see a gold and black Rosarium dragon swoop down towards the city of Travak. And you watch as a beam of radiant energy flies from the mouth of this dragon and slams into some of the streets down the road from where you are right now. And you're watching as houses start to explode and people scream as this dragon swoops down and flies past you. Two very familiar eyes that you all have seen once before, and a head you have seen once before. And as the dragon swoops up and starts to turn around for a second pass, that's what we're going to call it for tonight.
Well, fuck.
Damn it. We should have followed up on the dragon. Why didn't we follow up on the dragon?
I asked about it a few times. I was like,
You did.
You did. Why did we not press for an answer?
So,
Yeah.
just a reminder, we do not have any shows next week. I hope everyone enjoys their holiday. We do have next episode of Fox Talks on Friday at 3 p.m. And then we'll have a nice little break. And at 8 p.m. Pacific, we're going to have a special one-shot for Vampire the Masquerade, game mastered by our very own Benjamin Watkins. Storyteller. Excuse me. Storyteller. Words.
so many words.
But with all that being said, special love and thanks to all of you. I hope you come back in 2 weeks to find out what happens. I have a very exciting set planned for that. But we'll see you guys in a few weeks. Don't forget to catch the next episode of Vault as well on Saturday. A lot of very exciting things happening during this holiday break. But, all that being said, we love you guys also very much. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, however you celebrate it. Keep the ones close. Life is short, as Eclipse did say. Spend as much time with all the people you can spend time with. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Merry Christmas,
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Waiting for Wednesday.
Waiting for
Everyone
Wednesday.
have a wonderful night.
For Wednesday.
We are going to raid our friends over at Blackwater D&D. Go ahead and spread the love, and we will see you guys next time.
Love y'all.
Until
Thank
then.
you.